Programming brought to you by AWI Networks, Smarter Internet.
Thanks for joining St. George News at 8. I'm Scott Beadle. A woman accused of locking her son away in a bathroom learns her fate. Brandy Janes was sentenced to up to 45 years in prison on Monday.
You'll serve not less than 1 and not more than 15 years in Utah State Prison. The court is going to grant you 232 days in jail that you've served. The court is going to order counts 1, 2, and 3 run consecutive.
It wasn't unexpected. You know, how did it devolve to a child being locked in a bathroom? I mean, there's no denying that he was locked in the bathroom. But some of the events were not all her doing. For example, the duct tape on the door and the latches, the locks on the door, that was the idea and partially the doing of his twin sister.
The victim himself provided an extensive statement, and in that interview, he relayed a timeline that he believed he was locked up for 7 to 8 years. We do know the victim was locked up for at least 2 Christmases, so that was well over a year.
It's a handwritten note. It wasn't her handwriting, it was her daughter, his twin sister's handwriting. And Ms. Reddish Day just sloughs all that off and says, oh, well, she brainwashed the children. Well, maybe she was the one that was brainwashed.
The bedroom that had no bed, had no toys, no clothing. It just doesn't look like a bedroom at all. That he was locked in that bedroom, forced to sleep on a board, with water being poured on him on a regular basis. And when he would go to the bathroom, because he had cold water being poured on him, he was punished by being put in the shower of the bathroom. She's
guilty and she pled guilty, but I think where the court made the mistake was not merging all 3 counts into 1 count and then giving her consecutive back-to-back sentences. It's all one event, and although there are multiple injuries, it's all one single event and single intent.
Besides the fact that she locked her son in a filthy bathroom and in a shower that was boarded up for a period of time, that all by itself is reprehensible. Starving her child is reprehensible, but really sort of puts this case in a completely different category is that she had a live feed camera watching him suffer every single day. So I do believe that Judge Ludlow did justice in this case based on what was presented to him, and agreed with the state that the defendant should be sent to prison and should be sent to prison for as much time as he could possibly give her.
A Washington City woman is facing charges after she allegedly tried to stab a St. George police officer in the neck in an attempt to flee custody. On Friday afternoon, officers responded to the Bloomington Walmart for a shoplifting complaint. When officers arrived, they spotted a vehicle matching the description given by an employee. Police say 3 people got out of the car and one, 19-year-old Megan Hammond, tried to run when they began to search her purse. Officers were able to apprehend her and took her to the hospital to be evaluated since they had to use force to make the arrest. At the hospital, an officer says she was able to get out of her handcuffs and attempted to stab the officer. Hammond is facing multiple charges for the incident. A St. George restaurant manager is accused of having sex with an underage employee in the restaurant bathroom. Raymond Kapanga was arrested last week. Kapanga, who just turned 23, is accused of having sexual encounters with a girl who was 15 when they began. Kapanga was the teen's shift leader at the Teriyaki Grill. Detectives began investigating after receiving an anonymous tip. At least 8 people are confirmed dead in the wake of Hurricane Harvey, and one family says 6 family members are believed dead after the van that they were in was swept away by floodwaters. Houston police as well say one officer drowned on his way to work, trapped in his flooded patrol car. Lana Zach is in Houston with the latest.
President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania arrived in Corpus Christi to receive a briefing on the historic floods.
This was of epic proportion. Nobody's ever seen anything like this.
Many of the officials present told the president that recovery is just beginning.
Recovery is a slow process, but rest assured that we're doing everything we can.
Houston's police chief announced the death of one of his officers who drowned while driving to work.
Once our dive team got there, it was too treacherous.
to go under and look for him.
The dive team found the officer's body when the waters receded. In Houston, an epic rescue effort continues around the clock to save people trapped by rising floodwaters. And this man, stuck on top of his car, waited for crews in a dinghy to spirit him to dry ground. We saw firsthand how evacuated residents are filling shelters beyond capacity.
We're not going to turn people away.
The emergency shelter at the convention center in downtown Houston was meant to house 5,000 people. It's now almost doubled that, beyond capacity at nearly 9,000 and growing. The mayor promised more shelters will open and has requested more cots. To make matters worse, a pair of old reservoir dams built 70 years ago to protect downtown Houston are now overflowing their levees, adding to the rising floodwaters. The floodgates at other dams are releasing water at twice their normal rate, trying to relieve some of the pressure. And 5 consecutive days of rain has set a new record in the continental United States for a tropical system. One weather station southeast of Houston reported over 49 inches of rain as of Tuesday morning.
One estimation on the amount of water that's fallen on Harris County is that it's the equivalent of about 15 days of water going over Niagara Falls. Chief Meteorologist Chris Summers has your Southern Utah forecast coming up after this.
The weather tonight is brought to you by AWI Networks, smarter internet.
And welcome back, everyone. A good Tuesday evening to you. Temperatures across southern Utah and St. George made it back into the triple digits once again. 104, our high temperature here late this afternoon. That's above that average of 97, which is our normal high for this date, but not quite record territory. 108, the record high for the date back in 2009. Overnight lows are into the mid 70s. Still seeing a lot of dry and hot weather in our forecast here the next couple of days. Now, there have been a few showers popping up around the area. You can see latest radar and satellite showing a few of those showers and even a couple of thunder showers down in parts of northwestern Arizona. They continue to die out, though, as we start to lose the heating of the day, but definitely going to keep some threat of rain in our forecast as we head into our Wednesday. Maybe some isolated chances of rain around 2 by Thursday. So what else can we expect to see? Well, plenty of sunshine for Wednesday afternoon. Again, very warm across our area. Could see an isolated shower or thunderstorm, keeping the chance of rain in our forecast for your Thursday too. Again, more scattered chances of rain developing Thursday afternoon, and then much warmer as our warm temperatures do return to our area just in time for our holiday weekend. Looking like highs get right back into the triple digits, but by Labor Day itself on Monday may keep highs in the upper 90s here in southern Utah. Taking a look at our temperatures from today: 95 degrees the high in Cedar City, 94 Enterprise, 104 the high temperature in Hurricane, 108 down in Vegas, and 104 the high temperature today in Mesquite. So for tonight, maybe a few clouds out there, otherwise mainly clear skies. Temperatures back in the mid 50s around Cedar City, low to mid 70s then from Hurricane to St. George to Mesquite. May see an isolated shower out there. Again, a majority of that has been staying down to our south. We'll bring a better chance of rain back to our area for your Wednesday. Cedar City forecast showing temperatures near 60 around 7 o'clock in the morning, then close to 92 by the afternoon. Some isolated chances of rain in our forecast. South winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Going for 104 once again around St. George and southern Utah, but a better chance of rain in the afternoon. At least a better scattered chance of some scattered showers and thunderstorms as we head to Wednesday afternoon as well. Here's what it looks like on the surface map. High pressure just off to our east. Around high pressure, you normally think about dry weather, also about calm weather, but we have a little bit of rain moving in around this high pressure area. So could see again a little bit of green just into the St. George area as we head into the afternoon hours of your Wednesday. A little more rain down to our south as well. Otherwise, just hot and dry through the next several days. Here's a forecasted highs for your Wednesday. Cedar City, 92 degrees, 93 degrees Enterprise. Again, a shower or thunderstorm possible out there. As we head to Wednesday afternoon, again for St. George and southern Utah, we'll look for temperatures in the triple digits. Could be as warm as 108 in Mesquite with a shower or thunderstorm in the forecast. Keep another chance of rain around Cedar City about Thursday. Upper 80s in the forecast and right back to low 90s for the holiday weekend. And by Labor Day around Cedar City, 86 degrees. Our high temperature for St. George and southern Utah. Yeah, a chance of rain continuing Wednesday. Again, better chance of rain probably coming in Thursday too. May drop back in the upper 90s on Thursday. And then right back to the triple digit heat right in time for the holiday weekend by Saturday and Sunday before we drop back to the upper 90s on Labor Day itself with mostly sunny skies.
All right. Thank you, Chris. We'll be right back. From fried chicken to biscuits and gravy, Cracker Barrel restaurants are known for their home cooking, but for an Indiana couple, it's actually become sort of a home away from home. They have now visited every single Cracker Barrel in the country, more than 600 of them, after a stop in Oregon. Ray and Wilma Yoder decided it would be a fun way to spend time together and see the country. Now the 81-year-olds will celebrate the milestone by heading home with a pair of rocking chairs, custom aprons, and more.
Well, that's good for them.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
We hope you have a great night.